Hey everyone, how are you? The Supreme Court's ruling against the immigration ban and federal judge Bates' ruling in favor of reopening DACA are both fundamental in a few ways. First, very simple, they are rulings against a law and political efforts that were based on bigotry and racism by the current administration. Second, it is also a matter of our democracy functioning how it should, the separation of powers. The Supreme Court's Muslim travel ban case proves the power of the judiciary branch in the age of Trump, highlighting how the three branches of government should operate and how it could prevent any president from making discriminatory laws, especially those who get offended easily by a tweet. Third, the ruling on the Muslim ban was an opportunity for the Supreme Court to atone for some of its prior mistakes. It prevents this nation from reliving one of its most infamous moments. In 1942, President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed Executive Order 9066, initiating a controversial World War II policy with lasting consequences for Japanese Americans. The document ordered the removal of resident enemy aliens from parts of the West, which were vaguely identified as military areas. The president authorized Japanese relocation. In an atmosphere of World War II hysteria, President Roosevelt, encouraged by officials at all levels of the federal government, authorized the internment of tens of thousands of American citizens of Japanese descent and resident aliens from Japan. As a result, over 120,000 Japanese were forced to relocate to one of 10 different internment camps around the United States. Wartime hysteria and racial prejudice pushed the country's leadership to violate rights guaranteed under the Constitution. Even when these injustices were brought to the country's highest court, like in the 1944 case of Karamatsu versus the United States, the Supreme Court justices ruled that military necessity outweighed the civil rights of Japanese Americans. With the signing of Executive Order 9066, Japanese suspected of helping the enemy were arrested and detained. They were never given a trial. Japanese were unwillingly removed from their homes and placed in internment camps. In 1988, the U.S. government issued a formal apology to all former internees and paid $20,000 to each surviving internee. The government acknowledged that the internment had been based on race prejudice, war hysteria, and a failure of political leadership. To this day, Japanese internment during World War II is studied as a cautionary tale of the need for vigilance when maintaining the constitutional rights of all North Americans. And finally, Bates is the third judge to rule against Trump administration's attempts to resign DACA, which provides 2 years renewable work permits and deportation protections for about 690,000 dreamers, undocumented immigrants brought to this country as children who no longer will be exposed to removal because of arbitrary, capricious, and unlawful agency action. With both decisions, one by the Supreme Court and the other by a federal judge, the judicial system fell, this time, on the right side of history. Please subscribe to our YouTube page and follow us at either Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook at La Sala Talks. And if you have any comments or any questions about what I just finished speaking about, please feel free to email us at lasalatalks@gmail.com. Thank you.